So I got one of these SVC 200 video cameras. Comes with a waterproof case, and I want to attach it to my bike next to the headlamp. I'm going to pick up these two screws, something like that. I happen to have this piece of 50mm flat strip in stock, a bit rusty, so I've got to come up with a bracket that can pick up these two spots that comes out of 50mm wide strip. So a bit of magical folding, something like this. Pick up that one there, angle this backwards, put a screw in there. These have these strips here which slides onto a runner, so I reckon I can joggle that out there, have this bolt down and slide on and pick it up, something like that. The magic of Squally Works' sheet metal tools has given me this. However, it does kind of assume that you've got a folding brake, which I don't. In fact, I've really only got some hammers and rusty knives and forks, but I'll give it a go. I'll use the flat pattern as a template, which I can print out, and I'll stick it to the work. I'll try and get the bends as close as I can. Taking the rust off, I don't appear to have any glue, so I'm going to try and stick this on with lacquer. I'm sure that'll go fine, right? Battery ran out. Right, I put this on with lacquer. I don't think it's going to stick, but I'll put it somewhere dry and warm. Give it an hour and see how we get on. So yeah, I hit it with the heat gun a bit. I don't think this lacquer is going to do me any good, so I'm just going to transfer all the centres and scribe the lines onto the face of the steel and have done with it. And the rest I'll do with a knife. If only I had a knife. This'll do. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that'll do. Right, drill. A friend of mine gave me this delicious vice. I don't, as of right this second, have anything to bolt it down to, so I'm holding it in place with welding magnet clamps. Watch as I struggle. Didn't think about that, did I? Good. Yeah. We'll keep that for a second attempt. That's all magnetic, magic. That's all the rust stuff taken care of. Bit of filing and then bending. Oh yeah, got to cut that hole as well. Now I need to chop out this T-shaped hole, because that's what's going to make the slot for the case. So I've change drilled 3 raggedy ass holes in there. They're big enough to admit the old junior hacksaw blade. I'll take this out as much as I can and then finish with the files. Oh, I wish this had a sharp blade in it. What do you know? The pin fell at the end. How often does that happen? I had to open this top bit up a bit more because that was the size of file I had. Other than that, should be fine. That's the critical dimension across there. I was going for 14mm, I think that'll do. Now as it happens, the casing of the camera, these slides at the back, you're not going to be able to see this, are only about 0.7 of a mil deep. This is 1.6mm steel. So that's the front, that stays flat. The back I've got to chamfer down so that it will fit. What do you reckon? Angle grinder? So that's the back of that window down. Those edges are pretty thin now. So now I'm going to put the joggle in here and we'll see if it will slide on. It ain't perfect. Is it good enough? Good enough. Now, I'm probably going to screw these bends up, so watch closely because you'll see this only once. So far so good. I'm going to try and pinch this one closed with the vise. But first, I'm going to try and bend that one over backwards. This might be fun. So I'll just screw this up. I should have made this out of something thinner. Okay, so I've screwed it up by bending this when I was trying to, bending it across me nice flat bit when I was trying to get it in the vise to form this. Not ideal, but I'm going to just attempt to pull it back by larger judicious use of hammers and the vise. At the moment, this bend is too far that way, so I'm going to try and bend it more in there and then flatten this bit out. What we're looking for is for that to touch there at the same point as that bottoms out. It's only a couple of mil off. I'm going to say that that's within a few hammer blows of being right. Ran out of batteries on the main camera, of course, but anyway, got that in shape, drilled a hole for the mount, bent that flange down a bit, folded that tab up. Good to go, I would say. Let's see if it fits. All the way around. I had to knock this back corner off because it fouled on that latch. Got this wee bracket with the camera that's supposed to be one of those GoPro conversion mounts. I shall steal from it. It's quarter Whitworth screw. Hopefully it's long enough. That's good. As it happens, this slot opened up a bit. I've stretched the metal across here while I was folding it. So, future notes, maybe cut this slot after these folds, or have a press brake so you don't have to hit this with a hammer. Anyway, let's put it on the bike. Okay, so it bolts on. I've got a feeling it's pointing upwards a bit. Yeah, just a bit. And see how we get on. And I think mainly the problem here is in manufacturing rather than design, but we shall see if there's a bit of both. And that's certainly not going anywhere with respect to the headlight anyway. The screen's soft mounted with respect to the light, so I'm hoping it won't shake too much. I should probably check for image stability. Seems to work okay. I suppose if this were a higher standard of camera, Sony or whatever, I'd be using an owl here, but you know, appropriate technology and all that. On a more serious test, it is on the piss, but vibrations aren't too bad here at 50, or even at 70 for that matter. Audio is about what you'd expect for a mic in an airtight box. With the position it's in, it does tend to pick up bugs, and in the wet the water does tend to hang on the lens, but I guess there's not much you can do about that. It is a bit tricky to get out. You kind of have to flip up the rubber tang for the USB and use that, but you know, that's alright. So, thanks for watching. If you like this bracket, or if you want to be notified of future brackets, I guess you know what to do.